Hello, everyone. My name is Victor, and I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Today, let's talk about something that's become so much more common in our day-to-day lives, texting. At first glance, texting seems harmless, even helpful. It's fast, convenient, and perfect for quick communication. But here's the problem I have. For a lot of teens, texting isn't just a tool anymore. It's become the default, sometimes the only way they communicate. And that shift has consequences that most people don't notice until much later. Teens today text more than any other group. That's not surprising. Phones are always nearby, and texting feels low effort and low risk. But when texting replaces face-to-face conversations, phone calls, or even emails, something changes. Communication becomes shorter, more reactive, and less intentional. You stop practicing tone. You stop practicing timing. You stop practicing how to think before you speak. And those are all skills, not personality traits. If you don't practice them, they weaken. One subtle way texting affects teens is by changing their expectations of how interactions should work. A good example is planning. A lot of teens get used to texting friends 30 minutes or even 10 minutes before meeting up. And socially, that might work because their friends are also constantly on their phones. But once that habit forms, it doesn't just magically disappear when the stakes rise. In the more professional world, last-minute messages don't come off as casual. They come off as unprepared. To a boss or mentor, it can signal laziness, disinterest, or even poor planning, even if that's not true at all. The teen isn't incapable. They've just trained themselves in a system where urgency replaces structure. Another issue that I've been thinking about is the false sense of safety texting creates. When you text, there is no immediate reaction from the other side, right? You don't see facial expressions, you don't hear tone shift. That distance makes it feel like words don't have real consequences. So, people say things they wouldn't say out loud. They overshare. They joke about more serious topics. Maybe they talk negatively in ways they wouldn't face to face. Over time, this can quietly damage relationships. What feels casual in a text can feel harsh or insensitive when it's read later, especially when there's no context. Texting also trains the brain to think in short fragments, quick responses, half-formed thoughts, constant interruptions, right? We see this a lot in the acronyms and the word abbreviations that are commonly used during texting. And the truth is, this makes deeper conversations harder for people who are so used to texting. It becomes uncomfortable to sit with silence, think before responding, or explain something clearly without emojis or shortcuts. Again, this isn't about intelligence or personality. It's about conditioning. The brain adapts to whatever environment it's placed in. Teens or younger adults in general don't fall into these texting trap patterns because they're careless or irresponsible. They fall into it because texting is socially rewarded. It feels efficient. It avoids awkwardness, and no one really teaches them where the boundary should be along the way. So what texting does is it solves short-term discomfort, but it creates long-term gaps in communication skills. Here's the good news. Texting isn't the enemy. Used well, it's a great tool. It's perfect for quick updates, coordination, and staying connected. The problem isn't texting, it's letting it replace every other form of communication. So, if you're a teen watching this, or if you're just somebody who watched this video and feel like you're falling into the texting trap, here's a simple shift. Call sometimes. Plan ahead when it matters. Say important things face to face. Treat texts as real communication, not consequence-free space. Texting should support your communication skills, not replace them. If you learn how to balance convenience with intention, two very different things, now you won't just communicate better, you'll stand out in a world where clear, thoughtful communication is becoming rare. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.